Hey everyone, I'm Vadim. I'm a video tech specialist here at Nagios, and today we'll be covering how to install Nagios XI using VMware, Hyper-V, ESXi, and how to install it manually. Let's jump right in. The first thing you want to do is go to your browser of choice and then type in nagios.com. From here, you could go to the products page and then go to Nagios XI. In here, there's a quick tour that you could click on here or get started for free. This will ask for your name, email, and some other information. You will receive a full enterprise key when you fill this out. And once you have that submitted, you're brought to a page where you could see virtual machines and Linux. In our example, we're going to go back to virtual machines and we're going to be downloading the OVA for VMware. We'll save it to a location that we want to reference back to. And once we have that downloaded, we will minimize this page and then go to File Explorer. And we see that it's a zip file. We will unzip it by right-clicking and clicking Extract All and clicking Extract. Once that is done, you can see all the files that are located in this folder. And we want this OVA file right here. So we'll open up VMware Workstation and click on File, then click Open. Then we'll find that folder that we just extracted right in here, and then we'll look for this OVA file. Then we'll click Open. And here it'll ask you for a new name for this virtual machine. I'll name it Nagios XI. And if you wanted to change the storage path, you could do that by clicking right here. Otherwise, we'll click Import. And once that is done, you could look over the device settings such as memory, processors, and hard disk. Once this all looks correct, we'll click Power on this virtual machine. And now we have Nagios XI fully up and running. And all you would need is this URL right in the CLI banner. Once we have that URL, we'll paste it into our browser. And if you wanted to see the UI setup, skip to this timestamp. Now, let's go back to the website. For Hyper-V, click the download button to download the VHD. And then we'll specify which folder we want to save it into. Then we'll minimize this. You want to go to File Explorer. And find the file location that you've downloaded it to. And we're going to quickly extract this folder and unzip it. And once it has been exported, it'll show you everything inside that folder. And we're specifically looking for this VHD file right here. Once we have this, we will type in Hyper-V and open it up. And in here, what you want to do is click on your name, or it might be something else labeled right here. And then you want to click Action. Then we'll hover over New and click Virtual Machine. And we could click Next. We can name our virtual machine. We'll name it Nagios XI. And if you want to store it in a different location, you could click this box right here and choose the location right here. I'll leave it in its default place. Then click Next. Then for the generation, I'll leave it under Generation 1, which supports 32 and 64-bit. Then click Next. For the memory size, we have the startup memory here, which is 4 gigs or 4096 megabytes. We'll change this to 2048. For allocation memory, we recommend you put at least 2 gigs of RAM. If you have the bandwidth to use more, go ahead and change this number to whatever you'd like. Then click Next. If this is an offline machine, keep the connection type to not connected. Otherwise, for normal setup, we want to change it to default switch and click Next. Then we have a hard disk right here, and it wants to create a new one, but we're going to use the VHD that we just downloaded, and we're going to use existing and locate where that VHD is located. Mine is right here, and we'll click Open, and then click Next. Then for summary, double check that everything looks correct, and if there's something that doesn't look right to you, you could always go back on the left side and change anything you want right here. Once it looks good, click Finish. And now we have this VM called Nagios XI. We want to go ahead and click Start. This will turn on the machine, and then we want to click Connect. What you want to do next is visit the IP address that is in the CLI banner. We're going to open up our browser of choice. And if you wanted to see the UI setup, skip to this timestamp. Now, let's go back to the website. For ESXi, click the download button to download the OVA. And then we'll save this zip file into our location of choice. And go to our File Explorer. And navigate to where we downloaded that original file, which is a zipped file. We want to extract it and unzip it right here. Once that is finished, you'll see all the contents of the folder. We're specifically looking for this OVA file. Once we have this, we'll open up our browser. We will go to our vSphere page and log in. Once we are here, you could either click on Host and Clusters, which will open up all your clusters and data centers, or you can navigate to these 3 bars and go to Inventory. Once you are here, you want to right-click on your cluster, and you want to click Deploy OVF Template. And since we downloaded Nagios XI, we'll choose Local File and click Upload. And we'll navigate to the OVA folder and click the OVA file. Once that is uploaded, you could click Next. Then you'll specify where it's going to live. We'll leave it in QA Data Center. Then we'll give this virtual machine a name. And click Next. Then it'll tell you to select a compute resource. We'll just select the QA cluster and click Next. And in the OVA package, it'll tell you to just review what you have in there and then click Next. Now we'll select a storage medium. I will select a secondary QA5 and click Next. For the network type, we want to leave it as bridged to make sure that it has an IP allocation. Or if you wanted an offline build, you would need to change that here. Then click Next. And this is the summary page where it shows you all of the settings for this VM. If something doesn't look right here, you could always go back to any of the steps on the left if you wanted to change them. If everything looks good, you could click Finish. And at the bottom, you'll find a status of the VM being built. Once it is done, you'll see completed at the bottom. Then you'll open up your QA cluster and look for the VM that we just created, which is Nagios XI VM. Then we want to power it on. Then we could launch the web console. And now we'll navigate to the IP address that's right here. So we'll open a new tab and enter in the IP address. And if you wanted to see the UI setup, skip to this timestamp. Now let's go back to the website. For Linux, we could either download the tar.gz file or view the installation guide. From here, you'll have some prerequisites, and you'll need terminal access. And all you'd need to do is enter in these commands. So let's go to our Linux machine and enter in those commands. First, prepare a Linux server or VM running a supported OS and version. You could refer to the OS Compatibility Matrix linked below for full details. Now we'll run the following commands as a root user. cd space tilde. Then we could enter in the command to download the tar file, which would be wget https assets.nagios.com/downloads Nagios XI xi-latest.tar.gz. Once we have that downloaded, we want to extract this tar file, which we could find in here using the command tar xzf, and we see that the file name is called xi-latest.tar.gz. Once that is done, we could see that we have a Nagios XI folder. We'll cd into the Nagios XI folder, and in here we want to type in /full install, and we'll click yes to install, and it'll ask you to enter in some passwords. You can make a custom one here or press enter for a randomly generated password. And once it is done installing, you could find a URL right at the bottom where we could put it into our browser. So we could open up a new tab, and now we could enter in the IP address into the browser. And then we'll click Access Nagios XI. Here we get a choice. If we have a license, we could click this option, or if you wanted to start for free, you could click this option. Then press Continue. Next, it'll ask if we have a home lab, we get a limited license, or a commercial evaluation with a 30-day trial. We'll click on the Home Lab Limited option and click Continue. Then it asks for our name and email address. And now we click Get Free License. Next, we get to choose our theme, whether we want the new Neptune theme or the classic Modern Dark theme. There's also other themes that you could choose from over here. I'll go with the default option of Neptune. Now we could program our URL. This is going to be the default URL that you'll be accessing when you're going to Nagios XI. Then we'll adjust the time zone, language, and you can enable HTTPS by using this checkbox. Then click Continue. Then you have our Nagios admin username. Then we could create a password on the right, or we could just generate one right here. We could also edit this full name, which is the Nagios admin. And we have the option to change the email address. Then click Continue. Now, if you wanted to, you could set up notification by clicking this tab, or you could set it up later. Then click Continue. And the last step is the summary page, Look over all this information and make sure it's correct. If you need to make any changes, you could click this back button to go and change any other settings. If everything looks good, press Finish Install. Once that is done installing, now you have your username and password that you've created, and you could click Login to Nagios XI. And then we'll enter in the username and password. And we have a license agreement, which we should read through and click Understand and Submit. And now we have Nagios XI fully up and running. And now you have Nagios XI installed and ready to start monitoring. You can use wizards to easily add in all your devices that are on your network. If you enjoyed this video, consider checking out our YouTube channel for more helpful content. And if you have further questions, visit support.nagios.com. I'll see you in the next one.